Hey Fixer family, it's Charmin, and on today's video I'm going to show you how to upcycle these terracotta pots. Now don't make fun of my little plant here. He was a rescue. I paid like $1.34 for him. Gonna try to bring him back to life. But guys, these are super simple, super easy, and wonderful additions to your patio or even inside. Welcome to Fixin To. All right, here's what we need for this project. Of course, we're going to be using a couple of terracotta pots. These are 6-inch pots along with the saucers. Got these at Walmart. I'm going to be using some Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I wound up using the blue and the yellow acrylic paint. 1/2 inch, 50 foot of sisal rope. I got this at Harbor Freight, really inexpensive. Some E6000 glue and hot glue for that long-term, short-term, because these are going to be outside. And of course some paint brushes, whatever you use to do painting. Let's get started. Now, of course, the first thing that we're going to do is paint the terracotta pot and of course the saucer. I'm painting them all white, and that's just my preference. Of course, guys, you can choose whatever color you want to do your base coat in. Now my chalk paint is a little thick, and I think it's because it's getting old and I need some new one, new stuff. But I just go on and put it on here, and then you'll see that I dip my paintbrush into a little bit of water, and that's just to help kind of thin it out, spread it out, and make it go a little bit further. And I wind up putting in some places 2 coats of it. And guys, it really does a great job with the terracotta, because terracotta is porous and it will soak it in really well, and it makes it dry even faster than chalk paint already dries. So that's why I added a little bit of water to kind of thin it out. And I do this with both of the pots, and like I said, I do go ahead and do 2 coats on it with the thinner paint. Now guys, I know that I have been just a little bit MIA from here and also over on my Instagram with vacations, and also I have been working on something super fun. And if you hang in here with me till the end, I'm going to share a little bit of information about what is going on and what I've got coming that is going to kind of complement what I'm doing here on YouTube. So stick with me. I'm so excited to share a little bit of this with you. All right, now that we have everything dry, and you see I kind of went down into the pot a little bit with my paint, just so that it is completely covered when you put your plant in there with the dirt. Now, once I took the sisal rope and I had cut it, I did put a little bit of hot glue around the end to help keep it from actually fraying on me while I'm using it. And I go ahead and I'm just going to be kind of putting dots of the E6000 around, but some throughout. And what this will do is this will be what we call our long-term hold. This will set and settle a lot easier and stay than the hot glue, because this is going to be outside and it is Alabama. the heat here kind of heats up our hot glue and stuff will fall off. So that's why I'm using both of them, the hot glue kind of to short term to help hold it into place while the E6000 sets. So I go ahead and I do that, and just ever so often putting a dab of the E6000, and then of course the hot glue. And I'm going to do that all the way from under the lip there of the pot all the way down to the bottom. And then once we get that set, we'll have to do a little something extra with this sisal rope. All right, now that we have it to the end, now this is a little bit tougher to cut that I noticed with my scissors anyway, so I'm using actually a pair of wire cutters. This worked perfect for me, so I'm gonna go ahead, snip that off on the bottom, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of hot glue, again like I did at the beginning, and just kind of put it around that end there to keep it from fraying. And then of course we're just going to go ahead, get it glued down, and now we are ready to give this a little haircut. Sisal rope is and the best way I can describe it, hairy. I know that jute twine is kind of hairy, but sisal rope is worse to me. And so I go ahead and I give it a little haircut, and then of course when I decide to go ahead and paint it, after the paint dries, I'm going to go ahead and give it another haircut. And it just it makes it look a lot better in my eyes. So now we're ready to bring a little bit of personality to each little pot. The first one we're going to do, I'm just going to kind of show you the technique that I used here, and I'm using, of course, this blue color that I had on hand. I will put it here on the screen for you what the color is. But I'm going to take a little piece of masking tape and try to, as even as you can, wrap it around just to help me kind of keep a line, because I wanted it to, you know, kind of be a, I guess you could call it a three-toned, two-tone on the rope here, just to give it, like I said, a little bit of personality. And the first coat that I'm going to do with the paint is, of course, just the straight paint, putting it on here, getting it, you know, I don't know what you kind of just, I guess say the first layer, because as you can see, there's a lot of holes in it where there's paint is not getting in there. So what I wind up doing is, after I get the first coat on, then of course I'm going to go back with watered down paint, kind of gets you a second coat on there, and it gets it down into the rope. It kind of seeps down in there and gives you a good coverage. So we're going to do that all the way around, and then I will go ahead and do the other one off camera, but I wind up doing the paint on the top half of the rope. And it just, to me, they turn out so stinking cute. Really give you some interest on a table, on your patio, or even in a windowsill inside, however you want to use them. And of course, making these your own. Well, Fixer family, I hope that you guys enjoyed this project as much as I did. Super simple and makes such an awesome statement on my patio. And I think my little plant here is doing a bit better. So I'm believing it's going to come back. But anyway, I am so glad that y'all joined me, and I hope that you grew inspiration from this project today. And also, if this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Consider sticking around and joining the Fixer family by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload new videos. Now guys, I have something awesome to share with you. Like I said in the beginning, know I've been a little MIA, but I have been working on something super exciting, something that has been a dream of mine for a while now, and I think it's going to happen. So I am going to be, hopefully September 1, I'm going to be launching a new venture called Fixin To Creations, and that is going to be a new website that I will have up, and you guys will have the opportunity to purchase some of the projects that I do here, as well as some of the decals and stencils that I use. And I'm also going to be venturing into doing some fun t-shirts, and this is so exciting to me. And like I said, I'm hoping to launch on September 1, but I will let you guys know well in advance if anything changes, and of course to confirm that that would be the date. And so it's exciting for me. I'm easily excited, but like I said, this has been a dream of mine for a long time, and I'm believing it's gonna happen. So stay tuned and just pray for me as I step into this new adventure, because it is a little bit scary, but when it's to happen, it is going to be a little scary. So anyway, you guys be super blessed. Know that you are absolutely amazing. And always remember to keep looking up, because that's where it all is. I'll see you on the next video.